A new face at Forrester Creations. The catalyst no one saw coming in the world of the bold and the beautiful. Nothing stays still for long, especially at Forrester Creations, where glamour, power, betrayal, and desire collide with surgical precision. As the legacy families navigate the fallout of tragedy, scandal, and splintered loyalties, a new presence walks through the doors of the iconic fashion house. He's not a Forrester, not a Spencer, not even a Logan. But his arrival is no accident. It's calculated, timed, and destined to strike where it hurts and seduce most. His name is Egan Wolf, 30-something, sharp, educated in Europe, trained in Milan, fluent in 5 languages, and impossibly self-assured. He enters Forrester Creations not as a designer, but as an innovation strategist brought in by the board to restructure Forrester's lagging digital expansion division. His portfolio boasts global luxury campaigns and rebranding rescues for aging couture houses. His resume is intimidating. His style even more so. Sleek suits, tailored silhouettes, and a voice that cuts through boardroom noise like a blade. Ridge doesn't trust him. Not from the moment he sees him shake hands with Eric in the executive lounge. Thomas is intrigued but territorial. Brooks unsure. Steffi is focused. Edge only sees him as a tool to lift their tech division out of stagnation. But Hope sees something else. The first meeting is routine pitch session. Egan presents his vision for Forrester's digital transformation, immersive AI fashion tools, direct-to-avatar fashion lines, strategic partnerships with metaverse platforms, and high-end augmented reality catwalks. The team is dazzled. Even Ridgeho's instincts tell him to be suspicious and deny the man knows what he's doing. Hope, seated across from him in the conference room, catches the flicker in his eye when he speaks. The way his gaze lingers a half-second longer than necessary. It's not inappropriate, just confident, certain. She recognizes it. It's the same look Liam once gave her when he was still fighting to win her back. Only now, Liam's gone. Hope is not ready for anything new. Everyone knows that. Her grief is raw. Her life is a mess of media noise, court proceedings, and trying to keep Beth from crumbling under the weight of losing her father. But Egan isn't chasing her. He doesn't flirt. He doesn't hover. He notices. He listens. He waits. That alone makes him dangerous. Within a week of Egan's arrival, things begin to shift. The press is buzzing again about the tragedy, but about Forrester's comeback. Shares rise. His ideas go viral. But behind the scenes, the tremors are more personal. At a late-night meeting, Hope and Egan stay after hours to review a prototype of the virtual fashion show module. The office is quiet, lights dimmed. She leans over his laptop, pointing at a render glitch. He turns, watching her without speaking. She feels the weight of his gaze and pauses. What, she asks, guarded but not cold. You're stronger than they think, he says simply. Even when you don't want to be. It's not a line. It's not manipulation. It's observation. Hope doesn't reply. She closes the laptop and leaves. But that night, she doesn't sleep. Across the building, Thomas is watching all of this unfold. He's been circling Hope again, slowly, cautiously, trying not to repeat his past mistakes. He thought Carter's implosion would open a door. He thought his patience would be rewarded. But now there's this stranger, this polished disruptor, sitting at his table, sharing ideas with his muse, leaning too close, saying too little but meaning too much. Steffi tells him not to spiral. Egan's not a threat, she insists. He's corporate, not emotional. Thomas doesn't buy it. The situation escalates at the Monaco Gala. Forrester Creations is showcasing their new AI-designed couture line, and Egan is the architect behind the entire presentation. The event is international, televised, and packed with celebrities. Hope is center stage, wearing the signature piece of the collection. Cameras flash. The world is watching. When she steps down from the runway, Egan is the first to greet her backstage. He leans in and whispers something in her ear. No one hears it. But the cameras catch her expression on pause, a soft smile, the first real one since Liam died. Thomas sees it. So does Ridge. The whispers begin immediately. Did they know each other before Forrester? Is Egan using Hope to solidify his position? Is Hope ready to move on or just desperate for distraction? The next day, rumors explode online. Hope Logan's new mystery man, headlines dissect their body language at the gala, theories run rampant. Rich calls an emergency meeting. This can't become a distraction, he warns. We're building momentum. We can't afford another scandal. Brooke confronts Hope. Are you involved with this man? Hope denies it, but not convincingly. No, she says. Not really, but what does really mean when you've lost everything? When love has cost you blood? When silence has become your armor? Privately, Hope confronts Egan in the design studio. Did you plan this? She asks, eyes blazing. Did you come here knowing what you'd find? Egan doesn't flinch. I came here to change the game. I didn't expect to meet you. She wants to be angry. She wants to accuse him of manipulation. But instead, she lets him in. Just a little. Enough to test the edge. A week later, they're seen together again late dinner. No cameras invited. Just whispers. Thomas loses it. He storms into the design office, slams the door, and confronts Hope. After everything we've been through him. You barely know him. Hope fires back. And I knew Liam, right? Look how that ended. Egan arrives mid-argument, and tension cracks the air like lightning. You should leave, Thomas growls. I don't answer to you, Egan replies coolly. Brooke tries to mediate, but it's no use. The triangle is forming again, but this time, it's not history repeating. It's something new. Carter, from Gel, watches it unfold on news segments and tabloid headlines. Alone. Forgotten. Replaced. The new face at Forrester was only meant to stay 6 months. But now he's tangled in the very veins of the family drama that defines Los Angeles. And he's not done yet. Because Egan Wolf isn't just here for the business. He's not just a strategist or an opportunist. He has a past. A secret. A tie to someone in the Forrester family that no one's uncovered yet. And when it comes out, everything devouring burn. The bold and the beautiful, the night, the lie, and the fallout. Luna couldn't sleep. She had been tossing and turning for hours, her body still replaying the memory of that night, every sound, every touch, every regret. What began as a moment of confusion had become a slow-burning fuse threatening to detonate her entire life. What happened with Will wasn't supposed to happen at all. He was vulnerable, she was caught off guard, and someone had manipulated the situation to perfection. She didn't even know who she could trust anymore, not her instincts, not her surroundings, and certainly not the people who claimed to care about her. Will Spencer had grown into a man molded in the shadows of his powerful father. Smart, persuasive, and sharper than his years should allow, he knew how to work a room and work a person. But that night, Will wasn't acting on his own. Subtle cues, drinks that came too quickly, the exact pressure points pushed it, all felt too orchestrated. Luna was sure someone had set the stage. She just couldn't prove it. Not yet. What she could prove, however, was that her life was now a ticking time bomb. The pregnancy test sat on the bathroom counter, mocking her. Negative. But it didn't feel like a relief. It felt like an opening. A crack. A possibility. Because if she told the truth that nothing had come from the night had meant letting it all fade into the shadows again. Letting Will walk away untouched. Letting the silence win. But if she said she was pregnant, if she claimed there was a consequence, the world would stop. Will would be forced to face what happened. The Spencers would scramble. Bill would go ballistic. The Forresters would be dragged in. And Luna. She'd no longer be just another name in the Forrester ecosystem. She'd be the center of it. The mother of a Spencer error, so they'd think. It was a dangerous lie. But Luna had seen worse lies weaponized before. She'd seen women bend narratives to protect themselves, to claim power, to stay alive. She wasn't proud of the thought, but pride wouldn't save her. She rehearsed the conversation in her head 100 times before she finally dialed the number. Will picked up instantly. Luna, his voice was calmer than she expected. Not remorseful, not nervous, just prepared. I need to see you, she said. He agreed without hesitation. They met at the Cliff House. Neutral ground. No media. No parents. Just them. When he opened the door, he was already in control. I thought you might call, he said. I'm late, she lied. I took a test. It was positive. She watched his face closely. No panic. Just a flicker of interest, like a game had just shifted gears. Are you sure? Yes. Another lie. Sharp, clean, deliberate. Will didn't blink. What do you want to do? Luna hesitated. She didn't expect him to be this calm. She expected shouting, denial, threats. Instead, he stepped aside and poured a drink. I'm not asking for anything, she said. Yet. I just thought you deserved to know. He looked at her then. Really looked. You're lying. Her heart stopped. I know it. You're not pregnant. Not yet, anyway. What makes you so sure? Because I've been waiting for this exact move. She felt her stomach twist. You think I don't know someone set that night up? I do. You're not the only one being played, Luna. She stood still, shocked, exposed. But he wasn't done. You're smart. Smarter than most people think. But lies like this, they don't stay quiet for long. And once they leak, you can't put them back in the bottle. So what now? She asked, voice low. That depends. Do you want to keep pretending we're enemies? Or do you want to figure out who actually did this to us? She didn't trust him. Not even a little. But something in his eyes told her he wasn't bluffing. That night became a pact. A twisted one. They would keep the fake pregnancy between them for now. But they would work together, silently, to track down whoever set them up. Because both of them had too much to lose. And too many enemies to count. Meanwhile, whispers began to spread. Luna's odd behavior didn't go unnoticed. RJ asked questions. Steffi caught her crying in the hallway. Brooke overheard a phone call she wasn't supposed to hear. Even Thomas, whose eyes missed nothing, began putting things together. It didn't take long for someone to leak the rumor. A blind item hit the gossip blogs first. A rising starlet in the Forrester orbit may be carrying a powerful heir's child. But is the father who she says he is? The press swarmed. Paparazzi staked out the Forrester parking lot. Commentators speculated. Memes exploded online. Luna was trending for all the wrong reasons. Bill Spencer showed up at Forrester unannounced, storming into the main office like a hurricane. Where is she? He barked. Rich stepped in. You don't get to come in here and demand answers. I do when my son's reputation is being dragged through hell by a girl playing mind games. Hope stepped in before it turned physical. Luna's not that kind of person, but the damage was already done. Reporters began chasing Will. Forresters clamped down on their internal staff. Statements were drafted. Lawyers were called. Luna stood at the center of the storm, watching her own life spiral beyond her control. Then the real fallout began. Steffi called her in. Cold. Professional. Is it true? Luna said nothing. I need to know what we're dealing with. Still, nothing. Steffi didn't blink. If you're lying, Luna, it won't just be your career that's over. It'll be everything. Your name. Your place in this company. Your future. Is that the game you want to play? Luna finally cracked. I had no choice. You always have a choice, Steffi snapped. And you chose this. The confrontation ended with Luna suspended from Forrester indefinitely. Not fired. Not yet. But the writing was on the wall. That night, Luna broke down. Alone, phone turned off, press banging on the door, her mother calling nonstop. She had started something she couldn't stop. Will texted once, they're closing in on the truth. Be ready. She didn't respond. She opened the bathroom drawer again. Another test, just to be sure. Negative. Still negative. But now that didn't matter, because the lie had taken on a life of its own. And once a lie becomes truth in the court of public opinion, even honesty can't save you. Luna had tried to control the narrative. Now it was controlling her. And the worst part? She still had no idea who really manipulated that night or why. But someone was watching from the sidelines, smiling, because the real damage hadn't even started yet.